The reason why I want you guys to provide this packet is where you can have it at home so you can see exactly what days we are testing, okay? Now, if you notice, first cover is our April testing, okay? April the 2nd, we have our 8th grade best writing assessment. That's the writing, okay? The students will actually be receiving a prompt. They'll be given several writing, like articles to read, and they have to respond on that piece, okay? Now, 8th grade will be the 2nd, the 3rd will be 6th grade, and 7th grade will be on the 4th, okay? Now, I also have included our makeup testing days, just in case, of course, emergencies do occur. So I have some makeup testing days. That's the only time I'm able to make up, okay? May, flip that. May is a very busy month, okay? So if you notice, on May the 1st, we have our 8th grade ELA. Now, when you see ELA, I want you to think about the reading test, okay? 7th grade ELA, reading test on the 2nd. On the 7th, we have 6th grade reading test. And on the 8th, we have, help me out,
8th grade science.
8th grade science, okay? Now, if you notice, I'm gonna give a little grace, makeup testing, makeup testing. Then on the 15th, our 8th graders are taking math. On the 16th, our 6th graders are taking math. Makeup test again, little grace. On the 20th, we have 7th grade math. What do you notice I did next 2 days? Makeup testing, makeup testing. Now the 23rd is the civics test. Those are mainly our 7th graders and some of our 8th graders who did not take the civics examination last year. And we also have algebra and geometry that day. Now, if you look at that calendar, you say, oh my goodness, there's a lot going on. So, of course, what do you think I'm gonna do? Celebrate my babies who leveled up. Because that's a lot going on. I know when we were in school, we didn't have all those tests. So we have to celebrate them and say, okay, you did amazing, you moved up, so let's go have a block party. So I've included that as well, okay? Are there any questions regarding the testing calendar for April and May? Excellent, you guys are a great class. Now, I like to party. So, we have to get the kids pumped up because there's a lot of testing going on. So that date right there has been changed, okay? It was April the 1st, but now if you guys don't mind, it's going to be on Wednesday, March the 27th. We had to make a quick adjustment to that, right? But we're gonna have everything still going on that day. We're gonna get the kids hyped up about writing. So we're gonna have a glow crazy pep rally. It's gonna be 27th, March 27th. So on March 27th, we want your kids to dress up in those bright, bright colors. And certain colors, 6th grade, we want you to wear that bright yellow. 7th grade, we want you to wear that bright orange. And 8th grade, we want you to wear that bright green. And of course, our staff, we're just gonna go with all the neon colors. We're gonna go glow crazy. That day, we're gonna have different trivia, writing questions. We're gonna have music. We're just gonna get them pumped up about writing, okay? Any questions thus far? Now, what we're gonna do is that day, it's gonna be in the afternoon from 1:30 to 4. So each grade level will go into the gymnasium and glow crazy. We'll start off with 6th grade, 7th, and end it, of course, with our lovely 8th graders. So that day, if you guys wanna come by and volunteer, I welcome you, but make sure that you glow crazy, okay? Any questions? Moving right along. All right, again, you know me. Attendance is a big thing for me because the key for us to have valid scores is that we need 95% of our students to take the test. That's why I need you guys. And I have to do some incentives for our babies as well. So for students who come that day on time, they show a soaring effort, I'm gonna put them in a raffle and I'm gonna pull out three names every day. Each student will receive a $10 gift card to Chick-fil-A. Okay? So, this is another incentive. So if you notice, 8th grade again, April 2nd, the 3rd, 6th grade, and 7th grade, April 4th. I will be doing those incentives every single testing day. You see all those testing days that I have? Okay? Any questions? Alrighty, let me move along. Now, the test. And I just want to give you just a brief synopsis because there's a lot of tests. But I just want you guys to kind of understand the writing test a little bit. So if you look at your packet and you go to the second page to the back, looks like this, and just like this screen. It basically explains a little bit about this writing assessment. The test, best writing, even if you have elementary or high school students, it goes from 4th to 10th grade. It's approximately 120 minutes. Now my students who receive accommodations, they receive double time. And my ELL students have the entire day. If you notice, are students allowed to leave for a break? The answer is no, but they can take a break in the classroom. We have scripts that the teachers have to follow verbatim. Now, when we look at the best writing assessment, it will consist of a text instructor response item. That's basically a question. The students are going to have to respond as an argumentative writing or an expository writing. And our teachers have equipped them with the strategies to assist them on those two writing styles. Now, what's the difference? We know the argumentative essay is an argument with evidence. Raise your hand if you know your students, your kids at home like to argue. I know I have a 3-year-old and she goes hard, okay? When they're arguing, it's okay. You say, okay, provide me with what? Evidence. Elaborate on your reason that you want to watch TV a little longer. Easy way to expand. Because a lot of times our students are so used, our kids are so used to texting. No, yes, maybe. No, give them a chance to talk. Let them argue it out. But you better give me some evidence, and you need to what? Elaborate, okay? Expository writing is to inform and explain on a clear topic. Now, which one do you think our students most likely like to do? You got it. When they get that prompt, you can tell because their eyes light up. It's like, ooh, I hit it, okay? Next one. A writing prompt is going to look similar to this. This is not in the packet. It was just too much for you guys to handle, okay? So they're going to give you, if you notice, it says, write an argumentative essay about whether scientists should continue to develop more advanced robots. Then they give you little bullets. Use your best writing to complete an essay that is focused on your claim. Combines evidence from multiple sources. Now keep in mind, that word multiple is key. It's not going to be one passage. They may have 3 or 4 to pull evidence from, okay? But at least you're able to kind of see this is what they're going to see on that test. If you notice, you see, it's called source 1. This can be 1. This can be a source 2, source 3, and a source 4. And that's just to respond to that writing prompt. So we know, 1, our students have been taught how to annotate the writing, the text, when they're reading a text, to make notes. Make sure that they're able to go to that prompt and say, whatever my notes have should support my argument or my expository writing. And of course, every student has a planning sheet. Now, one thing, if you guys can help us with this, a lot of times in a testing environment, I get this sheet, you see how it's clear like this? Sometimes it comes back to me just like this.
Oh gosh.
It does. I'm in a test room, I'm like, you mean you don't have anything on the planning sheet? So let's reinforce the fact that they need to plan before they write. Now, what I did provide in your packet is some rubrics, all right? And I'm gonna explain that to you. The first rubric that you're gonna see I'm just gonna look at one for you so you can understand it. This is grades 4 through 6. So basically, if we have a 6th grade baby in here, it's gonna be in here. We're gonna go down. If you notice, if you score a 4 on purpose and structure, you need to have these type of documents within your text. Now this is above grade level. The highest score to score is a 12. If you notice, 4, 4, 4. So they're gonna be basically assessed on purpose and structure, development, and language. Now remember, 4 is above grade level. 3 is within the range level. 2, approaching the range level, and 1 below grade level, okay? So at least you're able to say, if I look at the 1, it says, based on the argumentative rubric, claim may be absent. Demonstrates little or discernible organizational structure. It's not organized. Let's go over here. I think that's the grammar part. Vocabulary and word choice may be vague or unclear. The use of capitalization. Punctuation marks. Okay? So they're going to be looking at these different components. I, as a parent, would possibly go here to the 3 range. And I would say, okay, with my child, do you have a claim? Is it organized? Then we look at your sentences. Are you starting off with a capital letter? Are you ending with the appropriate punctuation mark? What about your evidence? Are you citing evidence from multiple sources? And keep in mind, it is a computerized test. I saw your eyes going. So when we look at, there's a lot of things the kids have to do. They have to read the prompt, read the sources, plan, and then type. Okay? Any questions thus far?
Are they practicing now?
Yes, they are practicing now. They have been practicing for a while. So at least when you go home, you have your rubric, and you're able to use those words, and they're gonna be like, Mom, how do you know about that? Oh, I know. Okay? But it's another thing I want to show you. They can practice with you. If you go on that last page in your packet, Florida FAST is so supportive of families that if you go to that link where it says Student and Families Tile of the Florida State Assessment Portal, you click on there, and you're able to see all of the resources provided for FAST. Okay? Not only that, I want to click on and take the test. Take a sample test for grades 3 through 10. They can do it at home with you. Guest user session. Select the grade. Mom, what's the grade for you? What's your baby's grade? 5th grade? 6? Okay.
I was like,
That's okay.
I didn't mean to jump in, Mom.
You click on the grade level. You hit this button where it says Start Base Test. Select. Begin test now. Practice. At least you're able to see, okay, show me what you know. Okay, any questions? Excellent. All right. Now, before we begin testing, we need our eagles to 1, make sure your child gets an ample and normal amount of sleep the night before testing. No late night, fortnight, late night, talking on the phone or texting. They need to go to bed early. 2, mark your testing days on your calendar to help you remind you that they're testing that day. Put it in your phone. Put it on the old school refrigerator with a magnet. Okay? Make sure the student should eat a nutritious and filling breakfast. Avoid high sugars. Don't have them jumping all around this campus that day. You know how they are, because once they get that high, what's gonna happen? We're gonna get a real low. Okay? Fruits are great. Set aside a time each night prior to the test for several weeks to review the concepts that will be scored. Go to their website. Check it out. Practice. Okay? And make sure that the student is on time. I would say early. Remember, the test is 120 minutes. We want to start exactly at 9:40. And set a backup alarm, because you know sometimes, we tend to snooze that one over and over again. So set it for us. And if your child is sick, you guys, let us know. I have set aside in the calendar makeup testing days. So if you know ahead, this is what's going on, no problem, it's okay, just let me know. And I will make sure that they're tested. Because remember, we need 95%. Any questions? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. That woke us up.